All right, in this video, I'm going to be going over the top 3 reasons why your cold email campaigns aren't booking 280 calls every single month. Right, so I speak to a lot of people online and a lot of them cannot book sales calls. It doesn't matter what niche you're in. These 3 tips will apply to every single niche. All right, so I'm going to be going over them and basically why you're not currently booking calls and if you're already running cold email. If you're not already running cold email, I can build your cold email system for completely free. You just pay for the tech cost. So if you want that, book a call with the link in the description. But without further ado, let's get into it. So I've been booking calls recently with cold email, booking a lot of calls for myself. Here's just some proof, right? 282 calls booked in the last 30 days. I can even refresh. In the last 30 days, I booked 282 calls with cold email. Okay. Now it's not that hard to do. Okay. It's not that hard to do at all. If you're currently running cold email, I'm going to go over how to basically eliminate the chance of luck. All right. So if you eliminate luck in the equation, then you're basically guaranteed to book calls. And that's what I want to do for you today. So by the end of this video, you will know how to fix your cold email campaign, first of all, or else run a smooth cold email campaign that actually gets results. So 3 reasons why your cold email isn't booking 282 calls a month. Okay, now the first one, and probably the most common one I see, is leads. All right, your lead list isn't good. Now, I'm obviously going to explain how to get good lead lists and what's the difference between both of them. So Apollo is where a lot of people get their leads. Okay, now Apollo is basically like, how do I analogize this? It's basically like saying to yourself that you want to have that you want to eat healthy, but you're going to McDonald's and you're eating a burger. All right, so you know exactly that all these leads are really saturated. Okay, so every single lead in Apollo is very saturated. That's why they don't work, because you're getting saturated leads from a saturated database. Okay, now I don't like to use the word saturated, but I'm going to use it anyway. So your leads are saturated. That's why your cold email isn't working, or that's one of the factors. Okay, now obviously if your leads aren't great, you're going to see a low reply rate. So your reply rate is probably less than 1%, maybe even 1.5% if you're using Apollo leads. Okay. Now this will string into my second point, which is deliverability, and this is probably the most important thing that you have to make sure is correct. Okay, deliverability. Now a lot of people fuck up in deliverability, and if your leads aren't good, it's going to affect your deliverability because you're going to be seeing a high bounce rate. Okay, so obviously you have to verify your lists also. But to finish up my point in leads, the best place to get leads is the place that no one uses. Okay, I'm going to name a few here. Obviously, some people are going to start using them after this, and they might get saturated over time. But some ones that I like using, if you're targeting ecom brands, is first of all store leads. If you're targeting basically like agency chads, use Tweet Scraper. You can basically scrape anyone's Twitter profile you can scrape anyone's Twitter profile, get their emails, and send them all emails. Okay, it doesn't matter who you're targeting. Actually, it doesn't have to be an agency, but you can do anything. You can kind of just filter by keywords. So this is a really good one because no one was really doing this, and you can also scrape Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff on this tool. Okay. Second of all, is the more you pay for leads, the better quality they're going to be. Okay, so Instantly actually have a lead scraper too, which is decent. Okay, it's better than Apollo. It's not amazing. It's still a tiny bit saturated, but it's expensive. Okay, and this is how you're going to get good results, is by using expensive tools. Okay, now I hate to say it obviously because everyone wants to run cold email for super cheap, but you got to pay for quality. Another tool that is pretty good is called BuiltWith. It is this one here. This tool actually is pretty good. Okay, you can basically scrape people based off the technologies that they're using. Okay, so those are just a few tools. Obviously I've missed out on a few, but you get the gist of it. Okay, so if you're still using Apollo, like just you're not going to make it in cold email. All right, you might get lucky, but you're not going to make it. Right, so second of all is deliverability. If you want to have good deliverability, you have to be using a reliable inbox provider. Okay, now obviously I go for FrostMailer. This is my own inbox provider. We have, you will get 95% plus inbox rates, and we are the cheapest on the market for Google Workspace inboxes. If you want some inboxes, go to FrostMailer. Just sign up for an account, and you know we've a sick UI, so you can get your inboxes from there. Deliverability will be good with Frostmailer. Okay, now I don't know what else you're using. If you're using Outlook, SMTP, maybe you're using another Google provider that's not good. We use a different server to everyone else, so we can get good deliverability. So use Frostmailer and you will get good deliverability. Now, obviously deliverability can be affected by more things than just the inboxes. It can be affected by scripts. If you have spam words in your scripts, it's not going to work. Okay, your deliverability is going to be off. If your leads aren't verified, your deliverability is going to be off. Okay, so it's not just the inboxes, but that's obviously the foundation, right? So we're building basically a house here. You need a good foundation. The foundation is Frostmailer inboxes. Okay, so once you have those two, good leads, good deliverability, basically good inboxes, you need to focus on the scripts. Okay, now something that I do is I run my scripts through something called Spam Checker. Okay, so this will check if there's any spam words in this. Like, let's say if you have the word money in your email account, it'll get flagged. But if you have the word like $50 or $50 in your email, it will get flagged. But if you put a space between the 50 and the $, it won't get flagged. Okay, so it's little things like that that will help you to stay in the inbox and basically book a shit ton more calls. So another problem I see with people in the scripts is that they are basically writing fucking paragraphs, Bible verses as their scripts. Okay, we don't want to do that. Okay, because that is gonna it's gonna send you to spam. First of all, if you're sending a fucking book as your cold email, it's gonna send you to spam. Okay, so we need to have short and simple scripts that's straight to the point, gets to the point, gets their attention, gets them to say yes. That's the only thing we need them to do is say yes to your email and they're in. Okay, so short scripts, straight to the point, check them in Spam Checker. Also be adding spin tags to your scripts. Okay, so if you do all these three things, there's no reason why your cold emails won't work. But if you're not bothered to do any of this, I will actually build your cold email system for completely free. For completely free, the only thing you do is cover the tech costs, and I'll provide my service. I'll personally go in there and book and make your cold email campaigns to book as many calls as I did. Okay, so if you want me to do that, book a call in the description below, and I'll get that done for you. But yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, a comment, whatever. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to book a call with the description below.